There are so many clear and meaningful policies that the Labour Party could choose to announce. Revoking all new oil and gas licences, closing the UK-run tax havens, restoring NHS wages, deporting Suella Braverman to Rwanda, right? And instead, we get this. Criticising the Tories. You don't need to. Everyone with half a brain can already see that they're rubbish. There are nurses stood in queues outside food banks. You don't need to pay Instagram to tell people that the Tories are rubbish. And this isn't even a real one. You know, the overall conviction rate doesn't tell you anything about how policing is going, partly because it depends on the reporting rate. The vast majority of crime isn't reported because we either don't care or we don't think there's any real hope of anything being done about it. Secondly, the best way to increase the conviction rate would be to start pressing charges against people for any minor offence. You know, if there's like some kind of fight, you could break it up and tell everyone to go home and sober up, or you could charge every single person involved in even the most minor way with assault and end up with 6 convictions. Doesn't actually help us very much. Things like graffiti, teenagers shoplifting, antisocial behaviour. Do we really want every kid caught with a spray can hauled up in front of a judge, given a permanent criminal record? No, of course we don't. We don't want a sky-high conviction rate when it comes to those kind of minor offences. We want kids given a little bit of a ticking off and, you know, flustered into not doing that kind of thing again. What we do want is a better conviction rate when it comes to crimes like domestic violence and rape. And in those cases, the terrible conviction rate is way, way, way lower than 10%, and that's what we should be highlighting. And we know that it is driven by specific factors that we understand and we can act to address, and we should talk to women's organisations and people like that who have the answers to those low conviction rates and can start to actually change policy. Instead, what this kind of advertising does is it distracts from the actual garbage the Tories are doing with focus on a vague non-issue, and it plays into the right-wing agenda that says that the way to prevent crime is to punish people more harshly, and we know that that isn't true. The way to prevent crime is to build a fairer and more equal society so that people can thrive through legal means and are not turning to crime because there's not opportunities in their life and because they're struggling to get by in legal ways that are available to them. If the Labour Party isn't brave enough to say something as simple as that, then where is the evidence that they even understand or believe that, and that they're not just one giant meaningless PR spin machine? See you next week. Increasingly, the mainstream media is terrible at informing the public of what is really going on. I'm only able to make these videos because people are generous enough to sponsor me making them, and if you're able to be a part of that, I would hugely appreciate it. It can cost as little as $1 a month and you'll get loads of fun bonus content and lots of extras from me and my undying gratitude. I also massively appreciate it if you're able to like, share these videos and let people out there know what's going on.